What's up, everyone? I'm Taylor Martinez, and I'm at Elsinore High School, ready to bring you some awesome stories and events from right here on campus and throughout the Southern section. We're checking in with some amazing unified sports athletes, showing you some new sports facilities with special ties to them, introducing you to a beloved athletic trainer, plus so much CIF news to get to. This and more coming up today on CIF Southern Section this week. Since we are right here on the campus of Elsinore and their media class is helping me run this production, let's kick things off with a highlight from right here. March marked National Athletic Training Month, and the students here at Elsinore showed up for their sports medicine teacher and athletic trainer, telling us he was the best of the best. So I had to come meet him for myself. Let's head on over to his class now.
I'm Robbie Harrison. I'm the athletic trainer and sports medicine teacher here at Elsinore High School and have been for the last 12 years. You learn a lot by experiences and doing. Classroom is cool, right? You need a book, you need to learn concepts, you need to learn anatomy. But I think kids really get more out of experiences. So I try to incorporate a lot of that into my program. On the flip side of that, we do a lot of external field trips. We went to SoFi yesterday so they could actually see a real professional athletic training room. We do HOSA where the kids compete in a lot of events. We just went 2 weeks ago and we had 4 of our kids place top 10 in the state, including one of our kids who took second place in California. We're gonna get some kids to nationals. We started some new programs that kind of tie along with sports medicine, like nursing. We had 3 of our students place top 10 in the nursing event this year. So I think just like I said, those extra experiences and those hands-on experiences are what kids are going to remember and learn the most from. So I try to incorporate that as much as I can in my program.
Whether you're a student of his, an athlete, a friend of a student of his, you always know Robbie Harrison, he's a sports medicine teacher. He's our athletic trainer. He's always happy-go-lucky, has that great positive attitude and lets us be ourselves and talk to him one-on-one.
So in college, I would like to follow in his footsteps and try to pursue into sports med or a health thing. And I want to study kinesiology. So try to get my path going up to where he's at.
Makes me very aware of my body on the field. I'm more aware of how everything moves and works, especially my nutrition. So I'm more aware of everything as I'm playing and after I play. So I know if I get hurt, I know certain procedures. If I hurt my knee, we're learning how to wrap a knee, I know how to wrap it. As well as if something happens to my teammates, I know I can do something to help them out as well. I see him in the classroom, I know he knows what he's talking about. So I feel comfortable knowing that seeing him on the field, I know if something does happen, he's there to take care of us and everything will be fine. I know I'm in good hands.
A huge shout out to all of the athletic trainers out there. I would love to highlight more of you and showcase the great things you are doing. So feel free to reach out and let me know where I should go next. Transitioning gears here, let's talk unified sports. Students with disabilities don't often get a chance to play on their school sports teams. For those who don't know, unified sports joins athletes with and without intellectual disabilities to compete on the same team. We've seen tremendous growth in unified sports throughout the Southern section, and I've been getting out to see these programs and meet the athletes within them. First stop today, unified flag football in Corona.
I put on my unified shirt, and then I was super ready for the flag football tournament, and I felt proud of myself.
What I love most about it is the interaction for not just our students with special needs, but also for our typical or our gen ed students. We really see the needle move. They have the opportunity to work out their compassion and empathy muscles.
Well, I've been doing unified sports all year with soccer, volleyball, and then this is my 3rd one, and it's just so fun being able to interact with these kids and just seeing them have fun and be able to do everything that anyone else could do and just show everyone that they're capable of anything.
A family thing for Centennial, you know what I'm saying, to help everybody, and it just helps our program and everything. So yeah, just looking out for the kids and everybody. Yup, just like that.
Do you have a dance for when you score?
Yeah.
What's your dance?
Let's see your dance.
Oh, yeah.
It's really neat to see students get involved as partners and develop these relationships and love for their programs. One of those Santiago students is Shaylina. She's been heavily involved with unified sports on her campus and took her love for these athletes a few notches higher.
Hi everyone, I'm Shaylina. I'm 17 years old and I go to Santiago High School. Our digital media class is so amazing because we're very close with our unified sports teams. It's all this one big family. It's so fun seeing like the kids that are in my classes that are like doing math. They're also out here being like having a sisterly, brotherly relationship with these kids. This is their all, this is their everything. Every time we see one of them in the hall, they come up to us, they're like, are you going to our game? Are you coming to support? And it just warms my heart that everyone's out here supporting. A little backstory about me, I have a sister with autism and she was diagnosed when she was 2 years old. She's 6 now, so as she grew up, I kind of saw how she was picked on, how she was treated, and how others didn't see what autism is and how kids with special needs are different. And so I wrote a children's book, Difference is Beautiful, and it gives her perspective of autism from what it looks like to me and what I've learned from her speech therapist, her occupational therapist, and all the therapies that I've been to with her. I would love to get my book into every school, elementary school specifically in the Southern section. I think it's really important for kids, especially in elementary school, to learn what special needs is and how kids that are on the spectrum are different, but that doesn't make them weird or make them different. It makes them beautiful. Any proceeds that we get from the book also go through scholarships from my nonprofit organization to families with special needs. Hi, Benny.
Hi.
Yeah. Did you play?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Did you score?
Yeah, I did.
You scored a touchdown?
Yep.
Oh yeah, how cool. But that's Benny. He's one of our most motivated players. Every time you see him in the hall, he's one of our favorites. He's one of my favorite. He's our best friend. Yeah, my book is on Amazon and differencesbeautiful.org, which has all our information. So if you wanted to volunteer or collaborate, you can reach out right there.
So great meeting her and seeing her in action with the athletes, and glad Benny dropped by to say hi too. After the break, I'm introducing you to more students whose love for media and production is helping showcase their athletes and sports programs.
You're watching CIF!
Welcome back to CIF Southern Section this week. In today's digital-first world, athletes of all levels are getting coverage like never before. And this trickles down from the pros to collegiate to right here at the high school level. With athletes in front of the camera, the high school students behind the camera are putting in the work just as much to support their schoolmates and programs. With this, meet student videographer Luke Sanchez from Los Alamitos High School.
Hi, I'm Luke Sanchez. I'm a senior here at Los Al. I didn't start filming basketball until my sophomore year. I saw the potential of like what I can do if I actually focus on it.
Alamitos Griffins are back.
Luke creates videos for us on a weekly basis, sometimes more than that. I think it's great in terms of we're a public school that gets a lot of people. We just had a home game that sold out. And part of the reason that sells out is the hype and excitement around what the team's doing. Luke does the videos that seem to get the most hype and attention.
When you have quality videos like Luke puts out, kind of you see like, okay, this is a legit team. I've had people who I've never met before text me like, I've seen this video, like, are you guys pretty good? I want to come out to one of the games. So this kind of gives us like an extra edge on getting people to the game or even getting us noticed. You know, a lot of programs don't have this, or they have like the mixtapes, but it's not to the quality as like Luke does it.
The number one thing is like new friendships, because like the basketball team are now like one of like my closest friends here at Los Al. Also just learning how to like talk to people. Like I used to be like really shy, but I feel like now I'm able to branch out and like talk to people easier.
A lot of people who are usually in their shells, he'll come with the camera and like next, you know, somebody who doesn't really talk is in an interview talking, kind of gets everybody going.
He is part of the team. We've traveled this year out of state to Northern California, to San Luis Obispo. Luke's come on all those trips with us. Started working with him when he was a student and a kid, and he now, in a work sense, is an adult who holds his own work, follows through on deadlines in the same way you would expect from someone who's been doing it for 20 years.
Hopefully I get into Chapman or USC and then continue my film journey there.
Students like Luke are hitting on all of the creative levels of production. But similar to that, everyone everywhere has tuned in to a live broadcast of a professional sporting event. It's the main source of how athletes get their exposure. Well, we're gonna head on over to Placentia, where a group of students at Valencia High School are showcasing their athletes by providing that same experience.
3, 2, 1, we're live on ads.
The F-Series, America's best.
After the ads, we're going to go to press box. We need color and play-by-play up.
This is the view from the control room of the sports and event broadcast class at Valencia High School. These students are getting first-hand experience in live television production led by their teacher, Rod Bose. The high schoolers are learning everything from running cables, switcher operations, instant replay, graphics, and audio mixing, amongst so much more.
We really modeled the whole program after what's done in the professional environment.
2, you are live. They're going to start running out. 2, I need you to follow them out, Cam 2.
It's completely self-contained in our school, our athletes and our broadcasting. So it's kind of cool to just see this entire broadcast that's our players, that's run by ourselves. And it kind of just shows that Valencia is a great school because of it.
Replay ready. 3, 2, 1, going to replay.
Tigers up big early.
The kids will surprise you. The amount of effort and knowledge that they acquire in such a short period of time is really remarkable.
The program produces around 20 to 30 live streams each school year and continues to grow.
I'm just passionate about it, and I think the passion maybe translates well to the kids. They see me excited about doing, this type of work, and I don't downplay it. I tell them this is hard work, but it can be fun hard work. When we finish shows, we bring everything back to the classroom, and it's like we just won the CIF championship. It's like we're high-fiving each other, and it's really exciting.
Once again, this is a student broadcasted production of Tigers Sports and Event Network on NFHS.
I'm so happy that CIF is recognizing, our campus and what we're doing with sports and event broadcasting here. And I welcome anybody that's watching to give me a call and come to our facility. Happy to share what we've learned and maybe bring it to your campus soon.
I will forever be impressed with the setup at that school, and I can't wait to show you more schools and students producing live productions. And a quick shout out to Rod Bose, the teacher you just saw there. He was honored by his district as Teacher of the Year. Very well deserved with all of the extra efforts and hours he contributes. From cool studios to cool athletic facilities, let's head to La Mirada High School, where some of their facilities just got a very nice upgrade and a special visit.
Up first, we're gonna go to the softball complex. March 13th, we did a rededication to Jenny Finch for her field. We did it about 10 years ago on our old field, and then when we opened our new facility, we decided to do it again. She came out on March 13th from Louisiana. She threw out the first pitch. There was a nice little speech about her, but being that she's a homegrown girl, it was great to see her back at her roots. You can see the LM back behind home plate, and then we have the windscreen that says Home of the Matadors, but this LM is throughout, so it is on the baseball field, the soccer field, and the football field. This used to be all blacktop volleyball courts and basketball courts, but when they redesigned it, this was a better use of that area. So now this is a full-size soccer field and football field, including uprights. These stairs lead us up to our varsity baseball field and our practice infield. So this is our baseball field. As you can see, they also have the windscreen, the wraparound windscreen. They have the elevated stands, the open dugouts, the storage on both sides, the double bullpen, beautiful turf. This is our practice infield. We come out here and we run drills. We can do some short bunting practice and things like that. If we walk around the corner, you'll be able to see one of our 2 batting cages. This is the boys team room, and behind there is another batting cage. The football field was a 5-year timeline. The baseball and the softball was a 2-year project. Both end zones say La Mirada, so that we eventually can have Pop Warner here, or anybody associated with the city of La Mirada can use this field and feel like it's their home. The stadium seats about 8,000 people, all brand new, everything. So the LM in the center, just like the baseball field, the softball field, and the auxiliary field, matches everything else, so it ties all of our fields together. So they're all uniformed and belong to one school.
Beautiful facilities. I felt like I was walking around a college during that tour. Also, super neat of Jenny being there for that dedication. Another notable athlete giving back to their alma mater is Olympian Tara Davis-Woodall, who hosted her 2nd annual track invitational at Agora High School. Over 1,500 athletes across 23 schools participated in the event, and Tara was in attendance, along with her husband, parents, and friends. Tara also donated $35,000 to the Agora Track and Field program. Another happening at Agora was a fun day for the football football team. The Los Angeles Chargers donated all new uniforms. Agora head coach Dustin Croik checked in with the pro team to see if they had any old pants they wanted to get rid of and would be willing to donate. Well, they set up a time for Coach to head on down to their practice facility, and when he did so, the Chargers surprised Coach Croik with a ton of gear. They included pants, practice jerseys, shoulder pads, and some accessories. The Los Angeles Rams also showed their love for high school football with a special uniform donation to Pasadena High School football team, following everything they've been through with the devastating wildfires earlier this year. Matthew Stafford and his wife Kelly were in attendance.
We just want to say thank you to all the first responders out there doing everything they can to make sure everybody's safe and helping us rebuild. Just thinking about all the people of Pasadena, Altadena, and the Palisades. We're not going anywhere. We got your back.
Coming up after the break, spring sports are already inching closer to playoff season. Tarek Fatal will show us some section standouts from this spring. And later, we have lots of CIF news to get to, including Hall of Fame nominations, champions for character, and how you can get signed up for our annual golf tournament. But as we head to break, spring break has been full of fun travels for teams across the southern section. One of those teams is Viewpoint School's swim team. They took a training trip to Hawaii and enjoyed sandy workouts, luau's, and beautiful sunsets.
We're Viewpoint Swim, coming to you from Hawaii, and you're watching CIF Southern Section this week.
Aloha! Welcome back to CIF Southern Section this week. Spring sports have been off to a hot start, and joining us now is Tarek Fatal to give us some inside scoop and updates on this season's section standouts.
Well, Taylor, spring sports are in full swing. Yes, pun intended. Golf, softball, baseball, track and field. We got some speedsters out there. The Arcadia Invitational, which is known as the best high school track event in the country, got wrapped up just a week ago. Of course, boys volleyball, lacrosse, the list goes on of these great spring sports. But the headlining program in the CIF Southern Section this spring is without question the Corona Panthers. Corona High School, the baseball team is 17-1. That's right. We just found out recently they just had their first loss in the National High School Invitational in North Carolina. We found out, yeah, they are mere mortals. They do bleed. But they've yet to lose a game in California. Like I mentioned, 17-1, rolling through league play, and is on the brink or the precipice or even the idea, the potential of history to be made in the major leagues. How? It's possible that 3 high school players from the same team at Corona High School could get drafted in this year's 2025 Major League Baseball draft. Remarkable. It's happened before. 2 players out of the same high school, but never 3 in the first round. Those 3 players, number 1, really the all-world returning high school baseball player in the country last year is Seth Hernandez. He's 6-0 from the bump this year. His ERA is a joke. I believe it's 0 or close to it. He's let up just a few hits. He is a major standout and really a great two-way player, but really a pitcher at the next level, everyone assumes. Number 2 is Billy Carlson. He's an infielder, really a shortstop, major athleticism, long, rangy athlete in the middle of the infield there, can hit the ball a mile, can hit it for average, can get on base, wreak havoc with his athleticism and speed. A lot of people find him a no-brainer first-round pick. So those 2 are like almost locks. And then the third one would be Brady Ebel, whose father is Dino Ebel, the third base coach for the Dodgers. Now, he's projected to be a late first-round pick. So if it happens, he would be the 3rd pick to go in that first round. These Corona High School Panthers are worth the price of admission. And hey, this is one of the beauties of high school sports, right? When you get these standout athletes on the field or on the court and the price of admission is so low, it's worth going and seeing them and saying, hey, I saw that young man or young lady when, and the list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the best I can do for you in the spring. It's Corona High School baseball. Try and get out to a game. I'm Tarek Patel. Taylor, back to you.
Thanks, Tarek. Coming up, we have lots of CIF news to get to, including something fun for those of you who love to play golf. As we head to break, here's another spring break check-in. This time, it's Ventura Baseball, who traveled to Memphis, Tennessee.
This is Ventura Cougar Baseball, and we're in Memphis, Tennessee. This is the CIF Southern section.
A couple of episodes ago, we told you about the new CIF Southern Section Student Athlete Advisory Council. Well, the applications came through and our council has been made. Time to meet the students. In their first meeting, they got to know each other and discussed topics such as the playoff experience, sportsmanship, transfers, and athlete mental health. We're looking forward to more fun things to come with this group of student athletes. Nominations are now open for the 2025 CIF Southern Section Hall of Fame class. If you know of a former coach or athletic administrator in the CIF Southern Section who's made a lasting impact on their athletes and sports programs and who has really set the bar high with their accomplishments, then let's get them into the Hall of Fame. Submissions are also being accepted for Distinguished Service Awards, which honor individuals who have dedicated years of contributions to the Southern Section athletes. If someone comes to mind for either of these titles, please reach out to the school administrator best associated with your nominee, and they can submit that request. Each year, the Southern Section recognizes schools, students, administrators, athletic trainers, media members, and officials who demonstrate qualities of trustworthiness, responsibility, respect, fairness, care, and citizenship. It's called the Dr. Jim Staunton Champions for Character Awards. Recipients are recognized with a lovely dinner ceremony, and each of the student awardees receive scholarship funds. Both Hall of Fame and Champions for Character nominations will close May 1st. In support of Champions for Character, we host a golf tournament. This year's tournament will be on June 16th in Long Beach. If you are interested in joining us on the greens by playing, donating prizes, or sponsoring a tee, you can find information and register on CIFSS.org. All proceeds from this tournament directly support the Champions for Character program and those student scholarships. It's a fun time out there, so go on over to our website and get your golf spot squared away. That's all for today, but a huge shout out to the media students here at El Sonora High School for helping me film today. Head to Instagram to check out all of the cool things they do in this program. See you next time on CIF Southern Section This Week.